Good morning, everyone. Namaste. We are going to be reading out of my Let Them theory. And we're still finishing up chapter 1. Stop wasting your life on things you can't control. It says in the next chapter, we'll unpack both let them and let me. Explore the science and psychology behind each one of these two steps. Then you will learn about the 8 core areas of your life where the theory will have the biggest impact. We will talk about relationships, career, emotions, opinions, stress, love, life, struggles, chronic comparison, friendship, and most importantly, your relationship with yourself. Over and over, you'll learn that you have been trying to control the wrong things, unknowingly made other people a problem. The truth is, other people should be one of the greatest sources of happiness, support, and love in your life. But they can't be if you keep trying to control what they feel, say, and do. That ends with this book. Master the let them theory, and you'll stop exhausting yourself of trying to control the uncontrollable. This is just about feeling better. It's about redesigning how your life, you live your entire life. I can't wait for you to discover the space and freedom to experience your life from the way that you've always wanted on your terms. Let's begin. It says, Chapter 2, Getting Started, Let Them and Let Me. Not too long after I discovered the let them theory, I was sitting on my couch scrolling through social media when I saw a photo of an old friend of mine. She looked fantastic, and I glanced down to read the caption where she was describing an amazing weekend she had just had with her friends. I could tell she meant it. As I stared at the photo, I admired how tan, happy, relaxed, and refreshed she looked. And I found myself thinking, I could really use a weekend like that. Heck, I could just use a spray tan. I started swiping through the carousel of photos and realized I was seeing photo after photo that showed an epic girls' weekend away. Shopping, laughter, swimming, etc. Then I took my thumb and my pointer finger and pinched it so I could zoom in for a closer look at the group shot, only to realize that I knew every single one of the women smiling back at me on the screen. My heart sank. My friends had all gone together. You knew that awful feeling in your stomach that one hits when you realize that you've been left out. It's like a punch. You try to brush it off and telling yourself it's not a big deal, but it really hurts. I should have put my phone down, but I didn't. Looked through those photos one by one, seeing the girls' trip through the eyes of the very same woman who had raised my kids with our small suburban town. I try not to let it bother me, but it did. My mind started filling up with details. I imagined how much fun they were having and how close they had become. I had known these women for years. We bonded over barbecues, carpools, soccer, game nights with our spouses, hard conversations about parenthood. So naturally, I started to spiral. I'm talking full stalker mode. I sat there on that same spot on the couch, felt it melt to my back, poured over each and every other of their accounts. 5 minutes before I had been perfectly fine, but now I found myself with the familiar swirl of emotions taking over. Rejection, insecurity, confusion. When did they plan this? Why wasn't I included? Why am I never invited anywhere? When was the last time I went away with my friends? As I kept scrolling through the photos, turning those questions over and over in my head, Chris walked into the room and took a look at me and said, "What's wrong?" I sighed and told him the truth, and I just found out a bunch of my girlfriends went away for a weekend, really fun trip. Obviously, I wasn't invited. He said, "That sucks. Maybe I did something wrong," she said. "Maybe they're mad at me." He crossed his arms and asked, "Why do you care so much?" I looked at him. "It's not like you're really close with them anymore." He was right. I knew he was, but I still felt this urge to reach out and smooth things over. I'm sure you experienced this before. You have found out that you weren't included in something. All you wanted is some kind of reassurance there wasn't something that you had done wrong. Because honestly, I didn't know. If you're anything like me, when it happens, you immediately assume that you have done something wrong. As I sat down on the couch, racking my brain for any evidence to why I wasn't included, I couldn't think of anything. That made me even more nervous. I mean, sure, we had known each other for years, but we had gone through early motherhood together and we had lived a lot of life together. And I really liked everyone who was on that trip. But at the same time, I hadn't really spent time with them as a group in a long time. I had seen them around the town or large gatherings, but I wasn't invested in those individual friendships. And I hadn't planned anything fun or reached out to them recently either. Intellectually, I knew this. Emotionally, I was devastated. I felt like I was back in middle school again. One was left out of the sleepover, who didn't make the team, or who wasn't a part of the inside joke. So I'm going to leave it at that, but that's probably something that's everybody's experience in their life. And a lot of our trauma that we endure as an adult stems from childhood trauma. So if you could go back through your childhood and think of a time when you were left out that really emotionally kind of broke you, that is more than likely why you're being triggered as an adult. So if you could go back to that particular time when you're a child, send love to the situation and surrender it to God, source, universe, you'll be able to move on. You'll be able to not be triggered by that situation. Just let them do what they want to do. Let them say what they want to say. Let them be how they want to be. So I hope this helps. I love you all. Have a blessed day and namaste.